Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a magic review. Okay, so today we're gonna look at Tremble from Magicians Anonymous. What is Tremble? It's a moving ink effect. Sometimes there's appearing ink effects. Sometimes there's shifting ink effects where the ink transforms from one word to another. This is kind of like an appearing and vibrating and trembling ink effect. Highly visual, really creative. This is Tremble. Alright, so again, that was Magicians Anonymous. They're based out of Germany, and as far as I know, this is their first published effect. What I liked about it, like I said earlier, it's highly visual, it's very creative, it's an interesting way to use the gimmick that's provided, and it creates an effect that looks pretty unique and original, and I think would create a lot of spark and energy when it's inserted into your card routine. Alright, so a couple of questions we always ask of all our magic products. The first of which is, what's in the box? Alright, so what's in the box? You're going to get an 11-minute DVD. You're going to get 2 gimmicks. You're going to get 2 Tremble gimmicks. Alright, and you're going to get some of the parts that you're going to need to make more Tremble gimmicks. You will need to make more. The Tremble gimmick only works for every single reveal or every single animation that you want. So say you have a 6 of diamonds card reveal, your Tremble gimmick will only work for that now. And you want to make a different card reveal or a different animation, you're going to have to make another gimmick, okay? So that's why you get the instructions to make more. All right, so is it what I thought? You know, when you watch the trailer, sometimes you kind of have a preconceived idea of like, oh, it could be this. I really didn't know what to think because watching the trailer, you almost don't even know if you're watching the actual effect. It almost kind of looks like it could be science fiction, looks like it could be camera tricks. I don't think it is. I think it's a well-edited video, but I think you're still watching the actual effect. So I really didn't have any idea what to think. I mean, there was kind of one little assumption I had in my head, but it was nothing like that. So when I got this, I was pleasantly surprised. It was more creative than what I originally thought it was. Okay, so how are the angles? The angles are pretty good for the most part. This is more of a straight-on effect. You know, you're showing a card and then you're having an animation appear on the card. So sideways, people won't even see it. People behind you won't see it. Your angles are really set towards showing it straight on. And so I think that's going to be your best audience presentation, and that should be the audience management that you use. I know the question is, can it be inspected? You're going to have to do a switch in order for it to be inspected, and then obviously then you're leaving them with a single card. And so after that, sure, I mean, it can be inspected, but the actual gimmick itself, no, it is a gimmick, and of course gimmicks cannot be handed out. Hey, so what's the overall quality and production value of the video? It is one camera angle, okay? It is only 11 minutes long. And so they're not giving you a whole lot of instruction for this card performance. There's no live performances at all. So you never get to see this trick in the real world. There's only in-studio performances between the performer and you. And it's shot kind of strangely. The performer never shows their face. It's only from the neck down. They're wearing a dinner jacket. They're wearing black gloves like they're the masked magician. And then the voiceover sounds like a guy who's walking you through a tour of a haunted house. He's like, welcome, you'll be needing scissors. I mean, I'm not lying. I don't know what kind of character they're playing. I don't know if that's who Magicians Anonymous is, or if Magicians Anonymous is just another way of saying masked magician or something like that, but it was kind of funny. I mean, it's one of those DVDs where they're trying to be creative and fun with you, but it was kind of annoying. All right, so how original is this effect compared to other effects with a similar plot? Appearing ink tricks are not original. Jumping inks effects, they're not original. But using this style of gimmick to produce the result that you're getting is original and creative. I've seen this style of gimmick before. Actually, I used to have a gimmick just like this a long time ago under a completely different title. It did a completely different thing, but they're taking that gimmick and repurposing it, which is, I think, very creative. Is it well made? The gimmick is very well made. I can't imagine it being made any better. It does have to get put under a lot of stress, and so they kind of fashioned it so that it would last you a long time. How much practice does it require? Very little. There's not much practice to this. I think you do it once or twice and you'll get it down and you'll be able to perform it right away. How much setup and reset is there? Again, very little. Most of the time that you spend is going to be in building the gimmick you'll need. Like I said, you'll need one for every reveal, but the actual setup time and the reset is instantaneous. Okay, so some positives. Positives for Tremble, like I said, it's highly creative, it's very visual, there's a lot of energy there. I think it's a very visual effect, very modern effect. I think people that like doing all these new effects that come out all the time, I think would really love this effect. All right, so some negatives. You know, like we always say, there's negatives to everything. Not everything's perfect, so these are just the negatives I see. They don't have to be the negatives that you see. I didn't really like the fact that it's a static reveal. You can only do, one thing with this, and you have to pick what it is. They don't give you a Tremble gimmick that's already ready to go. You have to fashion one, and so you need to pick your own story, your own plot, your own pattern, your own presentation. So it's kind of left up to you. People who are on the more creative end, who kind of like have an idea already in their mind about what they would like to do with this, I think will like this. I think other people who need more given to them won't. They'll probably look at this and say, okay, but now I don't know what I should do. Should I do a card reveal or something else, or a number force or a shape force? That kind of thing is left up to you. And if you don't like arts and crafts, you're gonna have to do a little bit of arts and crafts with the gimmick they give you. And if you mess it up, you might break it and then you've wrecked your gimmick. And so just a heads up, there's a little bit of arts and crafts that you're gonna have to do with the gimmick that they've already preset and gotten ready for you. All right, so is it worth your money? It's 30 bucks. You're getting an 11-minute DVD, which isn't very long, and you're getting 2 really well-made gimmicks, okay? So 2 really well-made gimmicks, that's pretty good. $30, 11-minute DVD, it's kind of almost right there in the zone. You'd have to decide for yourself if you thought it was worth it, but definitely I don't think it's overpriced. Okay, so who would like this? People who do walk around, people who do street magic, people who do shock magic, people who do card magic. I think like I said earlier, anybody that likes to do these new things when they just come out and they just hit the streets, I think would definitely like Tremble. So that is Tremble from Magicians Anonymous. And if you'd like to purchase your own, you can get it from one of your favorite Murphy's Magic suppliers.